Alrighty, a little day 3 update. You can see my pickup parked over yonder behind that, or with that smoke. That's on the north tree line. I am back here in the southwest corner where I finished on day 2. And I am burning. So I just thought I'd take a quick break. Oh, I've been getting after it for about an hour or so now. Working on my mats, of course, you know, for all those guys that told me that it couldn't be done. You just couldn't get in here. Turns out all you needed was some good timber mats and you're fine. But I got excited because this was my original burn pile I was working on here. This is all a huge windrow they left me that goes all the way around, all tangled up so it won't burn normal, but you just hit it with the bucket, roll your bucket out and roll it up on itself a little bit and it'll light right up. I mean, in less than 5 minutes with my torch on it, it lit up hot. So this was the original, and I've been working my way this way, you know, kind of clearing and running it back to it and stacking on the original again. But I just looked over here and noticed this whole section over here, that whole thing is lit up on its own. I mean, it was, you know, relatively close to where I started. I started the torch right here, so it's managed to jump its way across that part of the pile and lit up over there. So that's extra exciting when it just does it on its own. So basically, I'm trying to clear up around this end of this windrow, and then I'll start working my way back and just kind of keep rolling this pile in on itself and work around the back side and just keep going and going and going. Like I said, this is all supposed to be where the pond is supposed to be, so I'm trying to get all the trees and brush and stuff cleared up off of it. But anyway, making good progress. Thought I'd take a little break. Hopefully I can get this burn pile all but done today, and then I'll start on the other big one over there, and that's pretty much it for burn and brush. I'll have it all cleared up. And then I guess whenever I go to do the clearing in here to open up the rest of where the pond will be, I'll have more brush to burn, but I'll stack it and organize it properly so that when it does come time to burn it, it will burn a lot better. So anyway, better get back after it. Well, I reckon I'll give you all a little bit of an update. There's what's left of our big pile that was in the southwest corner this morning. I just killed the excavator. Anyway, I've been all around it. So the update I gave you all this morning when I first started, I was sitting over here looking around. And so I've been all the way over here. It's real rotten right in here. I backed my mats all the way out over there, right by where they got stuck before, mind you. Actually all the way back over to there, and then turned them and came back across over here and all the way back around the back of the pile. And all the while just, you know, trying to organize, stack it. You can see it still looks pretty crisscrossed, but that's because all this stuff right here in front of me was, I just kind of knocked it up there and rolled it in with my bucket. I didn't actually sort it and stack it. So a lot of that stuff is still too wet to burn though. It's got, I don't know what its deal is. It was just laying down on the ground, and so instead of drying out, it actually soaked up water. You hit it with the bucket, it just squirts water out. But anyway, I'm matting my way across here, and I'm headed, if you can see around, for that other big brush pile. I wish I could spin around and show you, but I guess I can. I just start the excavator like a normal person. Okay, so I'm spinning around here, and headed for that brush pile and that brush pile. I would love to get those two cleaned up, but I got about another hour worth of work before I got to head to the house. And my goal for today was to get this one cleaned up. And I was hoping I'd get it all burnt up, but I guess that was a little bit optimistic. But I at least got it mostly cleaned up and organized. It'll burn pretty good overnight, and then I'll be able to sort it out again later and kind of consolidate it and get it lit up again. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to work. Just want to give you all a quick little update. This looks a heck of a lot better than it did. That was all growed up and just brush piles, windrows, just crap everywhere, and now it actually looks like a clearing, like it's supposed to. Well, this was an interesting turn of events. Last little update I gave you guys, I was sitting right about here in the excavator looking at that pile, which I cleaned all up today, and letting it burn itself down real good, and then I'll try to work around it again tomorrow some. But I started moving over here, and I just tucked this pile up a little bit. And see, I've been trying to light these piles the way they are, and they just will not go. Just because those logs are laying down on the ground and they're holding moisture or whatever, they're crisscrossed. So all I did was, you know, it was all scattered. I just kind of rolled my bucket a couple times and just packed 5 or 6 of those trees right together and put my torch on it, and it lit up like a tinderbox. And that whole thing, I mean, there's still a lot of cleanup to do, but it was twice that size at least. It lit up so hot I actually basically started running away from it with the excavator. I started snatching mats and throwing them in front of me, and grabbed my propane tank and everything else and got as far away as I could. And I started working my way over to here, going parallel to it, and then I thought, well, there's a chance it could jump and light up this pile too. And so I started turning my mats and going that way, and I'm glad I did, because now it's burning this pile. So anyway, this thing has been rip-roaring. I mean, flame 50, 100 foot in the air, which is pretty impressive to see, but it's also a responsibility. So until it burns down a little bit, we got kind of maybe 5-mile-an-hour winds intermittent out here. So until it burns down and calms down a little bit, I'm going to sit out here and just basically sit in the truck and watch it. I mean, I could run the excavator a little more and do some more work, but really I want all these piles to burn and kind of burn themselves down, and then I'll stir them again tomorrow. So I'm not going to push my luck with stirring anything else up. I'm just going to sit in the truck and cool off and watch it burn. But I got to tell you, this stuff wouldn't burn, but you give it, I guess it's been down now for about 8 months, and yeah, stack it up right and it goes quick. Well, end of the day today, and burning, doing great. My piles are really, remember that was the big long windrow over there. You can see I've got it consolidated down pretty much to just that one main pile, and it's burning hot. This big pile over here on the southeast corner, I got it rolled up again and tucked up and got it lit, and it's burning good. And my big pile over here in the southwest corner, got it rolled up, and it finally is burning to where you can actually see some flames. It's just been real smoky all day, but it's got a hot fire in there. I can tell by how fast the smoke's rising, but you just don't see it. But I'll let it burn down again, and anyway, we'll call that a wrap on the burning video. I've got them all burning, and we'll just keep working around. You know, it's getting to the point that it takes a lot of time for me to map my way between each pile. So I can run over to this pile, roll it up and stack it up and work on it for about an hour, and then I got to turn and move my mats all the way across location to get to this one, and that takes me, you know, 30 minutes or whatever to map my way over there, and then another hour to work that pile, and then turn and map my way all the way across to there. So it takes a lot of time just picking and setting these mats up and around, but you know what, I'm not getting stuck, and that's what's important. But we'll call this a wrap on the burning video, and I'll make a couple of little updates on where the project's headed.